Good morning, Facebook. Here today looking at Psalms chapter 61, looking at verse 4. And you see David's choice, despite everything that's going on in his life, this hard situation, this trial that he's going through, how very hard it seems from a human mindset, how everything in his life has just been flipped upside down as he knows it. It's just one big domino effect right at this moment. What could go wrong has gone wrong, and it seems like there's no hope. It seems from a human aspect that there is no light at the end of this tunnel. And you see David's human mind is trying to fool him by his own flesh, saying that the end result of this is not going to work the way that you want, that there is no hope, there's no escape, there's no solution that you can come up with in your own strength. But you see, despite all of that, despite all these odds that are stacked against David, you see here in verse 4 the way he chooses to respond to all of it, the choice that he willfully makes in his heart and in his mind to these external forces that are taking place around him. You see how he says, I will choose to look to God. I will choose to set my eyes on the throne room of God. I will choose to trust in him. I will choose to lay down my life, although it seems like a hot mess, although I don't know what's going to happen, although I don't know what the results of this mess will be in the future, or even if I'll get out of it at all, I will still look to him. I will still look to God. Even if things don't go my way, I will still trust him for who he is and what he has already done in my life. And you see the reason why he's able to look to God, despite all this, despite the fact his feet are in the fire. You see the reason why David's eyes are able to be so fixated and glued on God at this moment is because he remembers not just the trials of the past, everything that he's been through in the past, but he remembers how God gave him peace through all the trials. He remembers the peace that passes all understandings, how God gave him such a peace and a joy in his heart that he could not comprehend it, he could not explain it. And you see, that's his hope. That's what he's looking to at this moment. But you see, Jesus gives us that same choice. You see in John chapter 14, verse 27, he says, my peace I give to you, but I don't give it as the world gives it. You see, peace that we choose to find in the world always depends on something. It always depends on somebody. But you see, that peace that we get from Christ, it's eternal, and it does not depend how any situation turns out. It does not depend on the treatment of others. And you see, for that reason, so many Christians, we end up angry, we end up depressed, we end up bitter during the week because we had misplaced peace. Our peace was dependent on something in our life. Our peace was dependent on someone in our life, and it didn't meet our expectations. But you see, if we examine our hearts today, where's our peace found? What is our source of peace? Is it something in our life, or is it Christ?